Good morning and welcome to Exiles Painting, another of my weekly instalments of what I've done and what I'm going to do. I had a good week last week. I've completed the Zulu War commission, got that parcelled up and sent off. I did take a little video of them before I sent them, which I'll show you later. I finished off the large Mexican adventure commission, and that got posted off as well. And I cracked on to the next two commissions, which I'm going to do side by side. There's a huge Roman commission and a mix of old Games Workshop stuff and a bit of Mantic, but looking forward to it. So these two commissions will pretty much take me through to I should think to Christmas, although I do have another big commission due to start in December. But it will all depend on whether the client can get the figures over to me in the current lockdown, because he's a local lad. But yes, so I've had a good week, really enjoyed myself. It's been quite interesting in that I've been able to reach out and contact, speak to a fellow commission painter down in Australia, which is quite good, because as a job, commission painting is quite solitary. You just sitting here at your desk painting away, and it's nice to listen to music if you like, or I listen to audiobooks, but every now and then it's just nice to speak to another human being, so that's been great fun. But anyway, enough of me talking. I'm going to show you what I've completed, and then we'll go on to what's going to be crossing the desk for the next 3-4 weeks, I would think. This is the 30 Years War commission that I showed you last week, that I painted. All finished, as you see, nice bright colours. It's 3 units. There's a command stand at the front, and then just some normal infantry, cavalry, should I say, at the back. Warlord game miniatures. Wasn't super happy with them. They were all separate heads, and the right arms were all separate, so they took a lot of prep work. And the actual horses themselves have got quite spindly legs, but I've got just this cannon left to do, and then that commission can get packed up and sent off home. Something a little different for me as well, some Games Workshop 40k Space Marines. So I finished these last week, and they're going to be added to 3 guys which have got jump packs, and I believe they are going to be a Christmas present, which is quite nice. So I said I got some big commissions coming up. This is the first of them. As you can see, there's plenty of Romans. Avatine miniatures, very nice, looking forward to doing these. And the shields are all going to be done with these shield transfers. So plenty of work for me there, this commission. So we've got some Nurgle, Chaos Space Marines, some very old school Empire Halberdiers, so I'm going to have to strip those first. But I've done loads of these for the client. There we go. We're talking old school. You don't get much old school than these elves. Some random animals. A nice dark elf bolt thrower. And we've got, these aren't Games Workshop. These are Mantic Games, Kings of War Abyssal Dwarfs. So there's 2 units there. Some Pistoliers, Old Empire Pistoliers. I think I did about 20 of these with the client before, so he's obviously found a couple more. Another good old Games Workshop Sculpt Mortar. And I think these are Hero Quest figures. So what I plan to do with these Romans is I'm going to try and record a whole process of one unit. So I'm going to show you how I prep them, how I multi-base them, so that, as you can see, I pre-base them, and then obviously undercoated, and then the next stage is I'll paint the base, and I do all the dry brushing on the base first, and then I paint the figures. Quite a different one for me here, in that this will be the first time that I've actually painted figures with the shields not attached, because if these were individual figures I'd have attached the shields, but as you can see, if I attach the shields to these back two, they were going to block a lot of details, so I've left them off. Plus, with the shield transfers, the bases have to be white, so these are going to go out and get prepped with a white undercoat, which obviously all the other figures are black, so it wouldn't have worked quite as well. But this is the first unit that I've got, which I'm going to be doing this week. And what I've done also is I've prepped quite a few of the figures that don't need shields. So there's some Cretin archers, or slingers. So when it comes down to personal projects, I've stalled a little bit on these halflings. I was planning to do the whole halfling army during the lockdown, because we're in a second lockdown here. But I've come a bit unstuck in that I wanted to use contrast paints on these so that I could get to know how to use them, and see if I could speed up my painting process using the contrast paints. But even though I'd ordered them almost a fortnight before we went into lockdown, they've still not arrived. But what I did do this weekend was I painted my general. As you can see, this is a lovely little cobblestone castings halfling on horse, on pony. Oh, no, lost. I did actually film the whole painting process of this figure, but I've got a tripod here for my painting desk, and I had it literally level with my shoulder so that you could watch me paint, and I'd done a few test shots and it seemed to work alright. But after I'd spent an hour painting the figure, I reviewed the footage, and 80% of the footage my hands were in the way, so I scrapped that one, and I shall endeavour to try again. So I took the time to go back and finish the 3 units that I had sitting on the side of the paint desk, and of course I've added them to the original unit I'd finished 3 or 4 weeks ago. And this gives me a really good sort of core of my army. These are based for Kings of War, and they are 4 regiments, but I can, if I wanted to, I could field that as a horde. So, you know, it gives me some options. So thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please hit the like button and comment if you've something you'd like to know about commission painting, and feel free to share the video.